Yo, yo.
I'm speaking literal, wow, you still in denial. These lyrical shots gonna fuck up your spine. 606 and wicked ways back like we never left. We grab a couple homies and you know the rest. Mr. Fire at my enemies, better grab your vest. These blows to your chest cause a cardiac arrest. We not playing with you bitches, we not playing with you.
And it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the School of Nightmares. I am your host, Professor 606. And this week is a very interesting week. We've got a horrorcore underground legend with us this week. We have my guy, Insane Poetry, with us this week, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? What's up? What it do, bro? What it do? Can y'all hear me?
You're loud and clear, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Before we jump into the segment, I need y'all to go ahead and share this out to all your pages, all your groups, so we can get this party started, because without y'all, the bus doesn't move. But so IP, here's how we do it. We're going to do, I got a few segments that we do here at the School of Nightmares, and then we're going to cut to one of our, sponsors, a little commercial. We come back, and I'm going to jump right into you.
Okay, work. All
right, bro.
Yes, sir.
So everybody here at the School of Nightmares knows one of my favorite segments is,
what the fuck did he say? Yeah.
What the fuck did he say? So this week's What the Fuck Would He Say? What the fuck did he say clips? We got two for you. We got China may be using sea to hide its submarines. Really?
Really?
They may be using the water, the sea, to hide the submarine.
Right.
Yeah. So whoever posted this fucking thing,
FBI, open up!
I'm going to kick you in your nuts if I ever find out who posted this. Number 2 of the What the Fuck Did He Say clip of the week, we got Florida couple arrested for selling tickets to heaven. I'm not going to touch on that much because here at Hellfire, we don't discuss too much politics and too much religion. So I'm going to kind of skip past the, the what I really think about that. We're going to skip it past.
I'm going to skip past out.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone for right now. So next segment on the show, we here at Hellfire, we are a lot based on horror, man. We talk a lot about horror. So we're going to jump in There's some horror stuff. Definitely in your interview, I'm gonna have you some nice little horror related questions since we know that you get down like that.
All right.
But so we got the horror movie of the week. This week's film is no exception from what you see for me. This week, we have the 2006 The Hills Have Eyes remake.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
In case y'all haven't seen this movie, it's pretty much people are going out into the desert. They're going on a vacation, and they're having their fun. You know, they stop on their vacation. I do believe. Oh man, I'm not one to say. I do believe that the RV breaks down in the middle of the desert, and they do some interaction with some fucked up folks.
Mm-hmm.
Some really fucked up individuals. It's quite gory. Some people really don't like some of the scenes because there's some really graphic scenes, I guess you would say.
Right.
But man, definitely it's one of my top favorites. I love the remake. I love the original too. Michael Berryman did a hell of a job on the original, but I do like the remake a little bit better.
Right, okay.
And shout out to Michael Berryman. He'll be at Slaughterfest 2022 next year. So all you folks that want to catch the OG himself, Michael Berryman, he will be at Slaughterfest. More on that later in the show. But we're going to keep it moving. We got a brand new segment to debut for y'all tonight. Brand new fucking segment from it's a Sick Trinity, my group Sick Trinity. It's a brand that we're launching called Tattooed Freak Show. And we're doing a segment right now called Tattooed Freak Show Presents Tattoo of the Week. Well, actually, we hit the wrong damn button there. Let me get to the right thing here.
It's my job. The label that started from the streets. We like the pavement on the road. We a part of these streets.
There we go. Let's get back into it, guys. Damn, my bad. I fucked up. Tattoo of the week this week comes from artist Dave E. Martin. And he's got this little bad boy right here.
That's fire.
We got some horror icons in there. We got the Bates Motel. We got Frankenstein, The Shining, The Exorcist. You know, dope ass piece. And that comes from Dave E. Martin. Once again, he's our very first freak show, Tatted Freak Show, Tat of the Week. All y'all didn't know, we got the brand new shirts out available. We got the Skool of Nightmarez shirts. We got the front. We got the back. Make sure y'all check those out. I'm going to drop the little banner below. If y'all want to check those out at any point in time, drop down, check the store out. The link is rolling below. And in the news this week, there's not much news that went on this week in the horror world. The biggest news bit that I seen dropped, I'm sure Insane Poetry will have something to say about this one, but we got Gorefest announced this year.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy. And through September 12th at the Roxy Theater in Denver, Colorado. We all know that IP's been rocking that for a while.
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, quite a while.
Quite a while, bro. Hey, I just found out today the dates. I'm like getting. I found out because they Scum had a podcast, him and Lynch, and I didn't get to watch it last night. I ended up missing it, and I caught it this morning, and that's how I found out that it was going down. I didn't even know what dates it was until like an hour ago.
Oh man, see, a lot of people are like that. A lot of people don't get to catch up on shit until a little later, man. I didn't.
Well, for me, I don't live in Denver anymore. I'm not in Denver, at the studio. When I'm in Denver, I'm at the studio, so I get firsthand knowledge then. when I'm in that kind of scenario. But I'm in Houston.
Back home now,
You
aren't you?
know, yeah, I'm at home, so it's like, you know, I get the information like other motherfuckers like late.
Hell yeah. So we got
You
some.
know,
Let's go ahead and shout out some viewers. We got some comments pouring in. We got. Let's see.
word.
Jamie Huntsman says whoop whoop.
Whoa, whoa.
Katie Billet, I'm sorry if I destroyed your name, says whoop whoop.
Whoa, whoa, big shouts.
Bubbles, Julia Winsdale, LSP South in the house.
Yeah, what up, Julia?
We got let's see, Jamie Huntsman again. Whoop whoop ninjas. It looks like I'm going back to Denver again. All right.
Oh yeah. The 10th, the September 10th to the 12th is what I'm and I've heard that that's the dates. I'd assume.
Nick Huffman, I got to meet Michael Berryman a few years ago when I was doing a different radio show. I have no idea, but he has a condition that makes it to where his body does not produce hair or fingernails or toes. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
All right. Let's see. Who else we got on here? We got Mark Bickard. What's up? Jeremiah Finley. Fucking L's up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What up, Jeremiah?
Trevor Taylor. What's good? Nick Hale. What's up? Kristen Burks. What's up? Justice Prevails. What's up? Westside Jones. What's up? Jeremiah Finley. What's good again? Nick Hale. What's up? 606.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat for sure.
Yes, sir. We went down through there. But yeah, y'all know how we do School of Nightmares. Y'all got anything y'all want to say? Any questions you want to ask myself or IP? Go ahead and drop them.
Hey, just ask. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Talk.
Random
we here.
Talk
your shit.
Oh, no doubt.
Ask the questions. We're gonna talk our shit. That's how we do.
Doubt.
Hey man, so they opening shit back up for us now, huh? You know, they're gonna let us fuck shit up some more.
Man, every time that I get excited and I'm like, oh yeah, we're back, yo. Like I started hearing more and more BS about there's supposed to be another strain coming.
You know what? I've been hearing that same shit. My brother, he went to California for to go visit his family and stuff like that for the last 2 weeks, and they were scared to even go because they felt like they was gonna close it down again.
I'm getting nervous, bro. I'm telling you, like I'm getting happy because people are starting to book shows again.
Right.
The live event, you can go to sporting events now. You can go to the store without wearing a mask. Like places are starting to get their hours back. You know how everybody knocked their hours down? Right. And then they're on the news talking about this new strain. Oh, it's 8 times as powerful as the old strain, and
Right. You know, then I have to worry about where is this fear mongering, or or this is is this the we got to get back control of the scenario. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I actually had the shit, and it's not a flu that it's not the worst flu I've ever had. I can tell you that. I can tell you it was the most different because the symptoms I had never had in unison ever like that.
Oh,
so I knew something was completely wrong.
So you had it,
but it wasn't like it. Oh yeah. I did the whole 2 weeks of it.
How long did it put you down for 2 weeks?
It put me down for 2 weeks. I still felt the effects like a couple months later.
Damn.
Here and there.
I got a couple friends that like. One guy I know, it tastes his taste buds completely around. Like he don't even like shit that he used to like anymore.
Oh yeah, I've had certain discolorations in places I've never had it on my nose. Like I can clearly see this different things, bro. It's like I'm like, damn. This shit is this
smell. Is your smell back?
My smell and taste came back.
Thank
but it took a while. It wasn't. I think I had it a week prior to me knowing
it. That shit's crazy, man. Like it was knocking folks out, man. And I was just hoping I didn't get it, man, because I didn't know. I know certain people it was drastic on, man.
Yeah, it was drastic. The few people I knew, one dude who had it, and he said he couldn't get off the couch for 2 weeks. He's
Oh,
like, he just laid in the spot there. He couldn't do much. I kind of had some of that, a little bit of that. I was forced to stay in a specific spot, quarantine in a specific spot, and you would think I would be able to get a lot of work done. And it was during the time I was working on an album on Wicked Calligraphy, and I couldn't even listen to music because I'd have a headache. That was the one thing about having COVID. I had a headache for about 17 days.
that album right there, folks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Wicked Calligraphy.
Hey.
Wicked Calligraphy.
Well, we're gonna get back. We gotta jump into a commercial real quick from one of our sponsors. But when we come back, we're gonna talk about that Wicked Calligraphy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So everybody out there, if you want to take a little break, go to the bathroom, grab you a cup of coffee, and check it out.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Yes, sir. That was Deadly Grounds, our proud sponsor, Deadly Grounds Coffee to die for. Here in about the next week on the site, Hellfire will have 2 brand new flavors that you can choose from. You can get the Hellfire, the Devil's Chocolate, new brand. And then our 2 fearless leaders, Scoops and Mischief, also have their own brand. Carnival Dreams, Raspberry Mocha Twist. You can grab those at getdeadly.com. But yeah, back into Wicked Calligraphy that I just showed you guys.
Yes, sir.
That was the last album that dropped.
Yes,
and very nice, bro. Very nice. Memories of a Lost Soul.
Yes, sir.
That was my cut.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones, man. I wrote it like 10 years ago. It's like it's just one of those songs I never found the right beat to put the words to, and the right body of work to make it work with. So it's just like took a minute, but once I found it and was able to do it and put it together, man, it just seemed like it worked good with that record because it was some contrast to what was going on, and yeah, I really dug the song. I really dug it. I dug the bars of it. I mean, it's like one of those things I could have just rapped the bars to somebody just, on acapella at any given time, and it still resonates with people.
Oh no. Like I said, I did a review on it on the Hellfire site, and it's one of those, like, when it first came on, the beat, it automatically draws you in. And I was just sitting there like, all right, he's about to take me. He's about to take me somewhere. So I just sat down and I was vibing with it. And I got lost in it. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, I understand, man. I've had friends and very close people with me that have suffered through the abuse and molestation and stuff like that. And, and have unfortunately decided that they couldn't fight it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, yeah.
And then on the other hand, the second verse was very, it was very hands-on too, because you're talking about, that guy who watched, who idolized his family member, and his family member was doing dirty, and then he ends up having to witness what happens when you really get involved in that lifestyle.
Right. No, facts. There's big facts on that, man. It's like, it's the guy that the dad did a lot of dirt with his brother. His dad changes his ways and finds a different purpose, and he wants to save his kids, but one of the kids is too late. His idol is his uncle,
Mm-hmm.
not his dad. He thinks his dad's a square.
Yeah.
He don't think, because his dad is changing, not he's trying to save his life.
Yeah.
But it just
And
it's almost like, to me, it's almost like the overground music industry and in the community of hip hop is like, if you notice what the target is and what the sell is and what's being pushed to a maximum degree, and what it causes is a lot of youth going to jail. Or what year did you know there was rappers died this much in in the last 2 to 3 years? Rappers have been killed by being the occupation of being a rapper.
dude,
Like,
it's been wild, bro. Like
it's
I've
crazy,
been watching these folks drop like flies, and it's
like
like,
flop.
it's either, and it's a lot of different things. Some of them are murdered, some of them take their own lives, but the majority has been murders, man.
And what is that? What is that? Usually is youngsters who are, being fed a certain stream of information at all times. And it's like,
Mhm.
you ain't lit unless you like this. And it's like, and that's what they've been pushing, bro. Is like, I come from a day when motherfuckers wore black medallions, the African medallions, and nobody got upset about it. And it was all in a unity thing. But when the gangster shit really hit and touched down, the people of a different agenda used it for a purpose. They knew what was going to be more magnifying to children is give somebody that is that represents that energy a whole bunch of power, look, and then everybody else will fall. He's like the Pied Piper. And so everybody tries to do that, and they live that life. They hit, they go. I mean, shit, it's just what it is. You don't, when you're young, you don't know. You don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know what's being sold to you or anything like that. So unfortunately, and now you see this. That's why it's crazy in the death race right now, and of the rappers. Most motherfuckers back in the day, you knew if you got into it with a real one you knew and you weren't about that life. You was gonna see that. You was gonna see his people. So it was
Yeah.
different back in the day. Like this month, these days, you don't know who's gonna light you up.
You don't know when, where. Like these fools are like, it's
And
wild,
the thing
man.
is, these major labels ain't gonna sign you unless you are, like your music. They don't care about your music. They want you. They want you to make certain music to attach to appeal to a certain type of people, and that's their whole process. And I'm gonna tell you, Atlantic Records is one of the main culprits of that. But it's all of them are, but they're the really main culprits. They got money invested in private prisons. So I mean, what do you think? You think they're gonna sign an educated artist? Hell no. Or a one that promotes positive awareness? Hell no. Looking at mental illness? Hell the fuck no. We want motherfuckers talking about lean cocaine, sniping motherfuckers, lifting the stick up on motherfuckers. That's what really is. That's what they're trying to sell.
That's what they want, bro. And I think one of those artists that really showed me how fucked up today's society is Pop Smoke, man.
Like, oh man, I was just thinking about that when you said that, bro. Just like,
that dude,
hey, he was supposed to be somebody.
Starting to make it, man. Like he was just
he was supposed to be it. He was the lit dude, bro. He was that guy. And damn.
And then they, it's so crazy that they fucked up and they accidentally showed his address in one of his music videos. And he had all these young fools thinking that he had a bunch of bread, which he didn't at that time. You know what I mean? He was just now getting his. And they run up in the crib
he was just
trying to rob him. You know what I'm saying?
The whole thing though is because when you're dealing with those kind of companies and everything, that they're gonna put you in that space, you have to know how that shit works and how that come about. And there's roles that's, not everybody get to walk in those certain lanes, and Pop Smoke was walking in that lane. And it was like, it just, when you just he thought he was really I guess, above scenarios. And in Cali, the one thing I do know about Cali, gangster shit, gangbang shit is real as fuck.
Oh, it's alive. It's alive and well.
It's really is real as fuck. And it's like, I don't care. I mean, you gonna get pressed. And if you got anything that puts a magnification or any kind of optic on what you doing, fools are gonna come test see what you about. They're gonna see what your resume about.
Yeah. I don't think people understand that, man. Like this gangster shit was born in California.
Oh
So,
man, or
like,
that type, or that at least that type, you know what I'm saying? Or,
yeah,
I mean, all over they got gangster shit going on. That's like
no
real as
doubt.
fuck, but it's just like, but LA is just active on a different level, bro. Like
Yeah.
from everywhere, they just active everywhere, and especially in the in the entertainment world, especially in the entertainment world, they're all intertwined and all that.
Nobody knows.
Basketball,
Nobody
sports,
knows
everything.
what's really entertainment and what's real life anymore.
No. That's why, yeah. I mean, not to say, moving to Colorado for me was an easy one, man. It was like a lot of, obviously there's a lot of fakery going on in Cali. Not to hate on my Cali people. I love my Cali people. It's just, I'm just saying, but I was around in that shit, and a lot of motherfuckers is all about, the gas. They're trying to gas you up for whatever, and it's still, unless you making it big, you ain't nobody to them too. So to have a chance to even have a career, it's a killer if you don't really make it, because it's everything in Cali is based on aesthetics. So if you don't look a certain way, you ain't there yet. So
Yeah.
it's a cold kind of getting away from there and just getting to the basic elements and getting to the touching real fans and and getting real people and getting people that'll fuck with you and make your career last. That's what helped me. I ain't gonna lie. Because if I'd have stayed in Cali, I'd have been probably done with this shit.
Good thing you didn't, bro. Good thing you made that move and linked up with the people you linked up with, man. Because it's been beautiful since then.
Yes, sir. And I salute them. Like, salute all my LSP brethren. From the ones that's here and ones that's not, and for the ones that's used to be on a label and not. And everybody in between. Who had helped build a brand, man. I remember when I first got approached by with being on the label, and it was like 5 years before I actually got with the label, and so it's like I've been a part of that for quite a while, man. It's definitely been a second career for me.
No doubt. Azazel Winchester, what's up? Mark Hoffman, what's up? We got a question for. We got two questions. We got a shout out and a question for you.
Okay.
Kiera Lynn, my girl Kiki from Cincinnati, says,
okay.
Hey, when can I bring you a cheesecake again?
Oh shit, Kiki.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Hey, when am I gonna be in Ohio again? Is the better question.
I don't know. We're gonna have to get you down here and rock something again.
Well, I would assume sometime here soon. I know I did it, when I was did the Cody Manson joint in Cleveland, but I don't know how close are y'all to Cleveland to begin with. Where are you at, bro?
About 4 hours.
Oh, okay, it's a couple hours out. Yeah.
No, I'm in Kentucky. I'm in.
You're in Kentucky. Okay, that's right.
Kiki's right up the road from me. Actually, she's not that far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the last time I was there, which was about in February. Oh no, March. Actually, it was March. It was March. So I think when me and Scum end up doing a tour here, it's gonna be later. I can already tell that, because right now they're trying to get their tour going on, and that's gonna be 30 days. And during this whole summer, everybody's gonna be trying to get theirs off since they ain't been able to do shit. So I'm gonna see what the dust settles, what we're gonna do. After that. But I'm sure sometime around later on this year, we'll be going out.
And then Jamie Huntsman had a question here.
Okay.
How and when did you get started in the horrorcore world?
I am the horrorcore world. It wasn't called horrorcore when I was doing it.
Hey, facts.
That's what it's real shit. It wasn't called horrorcore. And then let me give you the main props to the horrorcore was invented by the Flatliner, one of the Flatliners, uncles, Uncle Russell Simmons, who happens, it's that name goes back to the Beastie Boys and a whole bunch of different people, LL Cool J and all that stuff like that. So Big shout out to the Flatliners. They're the originators of the word horrorcore. Straight up, nobody else can say that. That's legit. They should get that. They definitely need their flowers on that, man. A lot of people just slide through that and just think, hey, you know what? Nah. Oh, Gravediggers. Yeah, Gravediggers was around too. I love them too, but Flatliners was my shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Gravediggers. I know a lot of people give, Esham credit. A lot of people give Gordy credit because they they use that word very vaguely. You know what I mean? Like, king of horrorcore, blah 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 blah. Right. But a lot of people don't know that about the Flatliners, though.
No, Flatliners is the OGs of the Flatliners and Gravediggers. Gravediggers actually is crazy. It comprised, RZA, and a lot of people don't know it was a group called Stetson Sonic, which is still around. From New York, they was on the same label as De La Soul. They have members that's in Gravediggers, So it's like it's a trip how hip hop went through that stage. And I'm like certain people like Gravediggers because it was more Wu-Tang-ish. And some people like Flatliners more because it was more horrorcore. It was like, to me, it was just different. I mean, even their visual was different. Yeah.
They had them darker bars for sure.
Yeah, they had darker bars. Like I said, like Gravediggers to me, it was just Wu-Tang in a different, in a different chamber of theirs, So, and Flatliners was just mad different.
No doubt. So we're going to jump into we got another commercial. And when we get back, I got somebody that's going to pop in and they want to ask you some questions for the audience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So right now we're going to check it out from another sponsor of ours, Villain Arts Tattoo Conventions. Check it out. Make sure y'all check out the Villain Arts Tattoo Conventions. They're all over the world. They got stops coming in Wildwood, New Jersey. They've got Baltimore, Maryland coming up. They've got New Orleans in November. They was just in Houston about a month ago, and they were just up in Louisville right before that. I went to the one in Louisville. Dope ass convention, bro. Like, not just tattoo artists. They've got world renowned tattoo artists. They've got artists that do like prints. They'll draw you prints right on the spot. They've got pre-made prints, horror, wrestling, music, whatever you want, bro. They're just
really talented artists. They're really talented artists, yes.
I wasn't expecting. I was thinking just to go there and it's going to be a bunch of people getting tattoos, but it's like a whole culture. They're selling shirts. There's artists there. They're doing awards. They gave away like several hundred awards to people.
Oh, sure.
It was dope as shit. But well, we got a guest co-host coming in. I have a feeling you might know this person. But let's give it up for LSP South in the building.
Hi.
Hey, what up, Julia?
What's up, IP? How are you?
I'm good. I'm I'm in the building, just working.
Just
taking a day off, talking to eat easy, chopping it up.
Chopping it up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How you been?
Been terrible, but we on the right track, so
that's what I'm talking about.
But
long as the train is on the right track.
Yeah. So but
so Bubbles, let's just do let's go back and forth. Let's go back and forth. You
Okay.
ask him a little something. I ask him a little something. We'll keep it moving.
All right. All right. First question I got for you. If you could give any advice to someone looking into music as a career, what would you say to them?
I think I've been saying this same thing. I said quite a while ago that I would still say to this day. It'd be the one thing I'd say is be you, because you know I hear certain things when people say, "Hey, you sound like this," or you could be the next this," and I'm like, no, I'd rather just be me. I want to be the best me. At least attempt to be the best me, because I don't want to be, if I'm like, I'm sure Isham doesn't want to be insane poetry. I'm sure Brother Lynch doesn't want to be Isham. I'm sure King Gordy don't want to be none of us. He wants to be king. He wants to be his legacy as King Gordy. Just like I have carved my own lane. I don't want to be nobody else. I don't want to be the next nobody. I am that it. That's what I'm saying. And that person, a young person who's doing music, should feel that way. That's the only way you're going to be able to create a brand around yourself. Is you got to understand who you are, and being it's cool to listen to other people and develop and master your style a little bit better and stuff like that, but you still got the energy comes from you inside. If you don't have it, people are not going to fuck with you.
Nobody wants a carbon copy anymore, man.
They don't. I mean, you know what it is like, even if you're lucky enough to be the one person that they put in the matrix, you don't even understand what it takes to be in the matrix. Like, people don't even understand that Britney Spears story that's going on. Like, people think that's funny and laugh, or oh, that's not really, or don't take it serious. Like, the truth of the matter, being in the industry at that level, if you're one of the few people who get put in that kind of scenario, your life is over in a whole bunch of different ways, and you don't financially benefit as you think.
No, they got it. Her dad put that girl on lockdown, son. He told her when she could have kids. He made her get that what is that called where you can't have kids?
Yeah. I don't know the name of the shit, man, but I just
yeah.
For the young artists out there, just do you, man. That's why it's crazy, because when I was young, people was trying to stop me from, or not even they stopped me, but it wasn't even that popular at the time. But it was just people who are against it and stuff like that. And you got to go through those scenarios to find out if you're good at it or not, and you just can't have anybody say you can't do it. But at the same time, in order to get to a certain level of it, you have to somewhat come into your own. You can't just want to be, I want to be the next Eminem, or who gives a fuck about the next Eminem? You know what I'm saying? Be you, the first you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So to keep it, like I said, to keep it a little bit horror related, what off top of your head, I know you ain't got to think too far, too hard. What's your top 3 horror movies?
Yeesh.
A little bit of thinking, but not, what I mean?
Yeah. I watch so many fucking movies, bro. I can't even. It's fucking crazy. The Event Horizon is one of them. Like, weird as that may sound. Fuck. Exorcist. Omen. All these original shits, the OG versions. I mean,
the Omen. That's
it's right. I mean, to name three is no way I can name 3.
Gotcha.
My top 3.
I feel that
I got so many. Like, Hellraiser is obviously in my top 5.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. Because I try to put together all different types of lists on this show, and I have to make them very specific because it's so hard just to say, "Hey, here's my top 10 horror movies," because there's so many aspects in it.
Right.
But yeah, all right. So, Bubbles, you got something?
Okay. What was your favorite album to work on and why?
Okay. Each album I worked on. Give me a second. I'm eating these things called high chews. They're fucking delicious.
Although, yeah, hey, that's that Japanese candy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
it's fucking fire. But
I got a friend that's
intense.
really into anime that turned me on to that.
Okay. So, what was the question once again, Bubbles? I'm sorry.
That's okay. What was your favorite album to work on and why?
Okay. The Grim Reality, I worked on that one. The record came together. I have worked on it for like over a year. It was kind of like I was already mapping it out, and then I got to record it, through a label. That was my favorite record to do. Actually, favorite record to do was Snuffers. I ain't gonna even shit you. Fucking Snuffers. Snuffers. I'm talking not my remake version. I'm talking about the one with Sutter King. Big shout out to Sutter King. Big salute to the big bro.
That was definitely one. I think
it took me 2 days to write that shit, and I was just in a certain space, and the landscape of that production fit where I was at.
Now, when I think of insane poetry, there's classics there's newer classics. Of course, right. the triple MFD project, Unsubs. I love that fucking project.
Right. I love that record too. That was a fun record too.
Yeah, but when I think of more OG, insane poetry,
Black Plague. Okay,
Black Plague comes in there.
Yeah, Black Plague was second. And Falling from Grace after that was fun to make too. Falling from Grace actually was I feel my best overall record that I could play for different types of people, without it going too far left or too far right, or just, it made me feel like it was a good record. I really had no, angst when I made that album. It was pretty easy to make. Mm-hmm. I have fun making what turned out to be Black Plague, it was really originally called Ain't Got No Brain Cells. But that was going to be the original album. But that was fun making that. It was we were recording that down in Hollywood off of Sunset, and we were right around the corner from Death Row Studios. And there's a Popeye's chicken spot we used to go eat at all the time. And I remember I got so fucking high, I thought the police was chasing us back to the studio. And I was trying to, man, you have no idea. I have so many stories about those days. But yeah, the Black Plague album was fun to make. But I think the least fun record to make was my last one. That shit, because I had caught COVID during it. I was all caught up about making a record that I was, at my age. I'm like thinking, damn, I'm at the age where people make, whack records and people get shitted on, bro. So it's like, I'm thinking, oh man, is it going to fly? And then all of a sudden one day I just said, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to do this record and I'm going to do it how I would like to do it. And that's how Wicked Calligraphy finally came out.
Bro, you've made music that's appeased people for so long, bro. If you want to do some records that you want to do, fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what allowed me to make the record the way it was this time around, because I'm trying to see how to make shit fit and consistencies and having all this. I don't want to make a meal of a whole bunch of good ass shit, but they don't go together, So it's like, and that shit sucks. But in these days and times, people don't listen to albums like that no more. They just want to hear them hot joints. And, you hoping to have, if you got 10 songs, you're hoping to have 5. That's in constant rotation in somebody's shit, because point blank is people don't really listen to albums anymore unless they driving around, they, smoked out, they got a long road, or they just got to do some work in the house, ain't got shit to do, for that particular hour and a half, and they're gonna bump your CD, you know, other than or listen to the album. But you know, mostly people got playlists, and you know, and it sucks ass, you know. So it's hard to make albums. So I think I stopped trying to make records for everybody else, and I just said, "Fuck it, I'm making these records for me." And if you like the shit, cool.
That's crazy. Like what you're talking about the playlist, man, because they'll nitpick. They'll go like, I like this track, I like that one and that one, but I don't care about these, so let's just leave these alone. You know?
Bro, I am guilty. I am guilty too, bro. I'll listen to, hey, bro. When I get a chance to listen to a person's album, especially one of some of my favorite artists, I'll listen to, you know, their records or whatnot all the way through. Bump if Vinny Paz is one of the dudes, I'll bump. Gmo Ski, I'll bump. You know, not me. I mean, it's, you know, I'm giving everybody a whole album shot, you know, just to, you know, to see what it goes. But I'm hearing, if it's like too many songs on the record, I'm probably only going to listen to it once.
No doubt.
That's just me being real.
That's another thing too. How do you feel about how today's age, how the albums have gotten? What I know, like you said, people they'll pay much attention, but they've shrunk. Like people used to have 20-track albums, now they have 8.
A 20-track album to me sound like 2 albums.
Yeah, that's how it is now.
In my thought process, because I don't have enough time to listen to almost 2 hours worth of music anymore, back to back. You know, I want to get to it and get in my vibe, because hey, I might have to go to work in 30 minutes, depending on whatever your occupation is. You know, I got only 30 minutes, and I know I can squeeze in a couple of your joints, couple of my man's joints over here, old girl over here down the street. You know, I'm trying to bump. You know, so you can squeeze that in that little 30-minute time before you get to work, and then you don't get to do that until you get off work. And so you got your little set, unless you go, it's a weekend, you're going to go work out in the gym. You got a whole nother playlist full of shit. You got angry ass, you know, Rage Against the Machine shit, you know, while you working out. So it's like, but
hey, my workout music though,
I like to really smoke a lot of weed. I like to smoke a lot of weed and listen to motherfuckers' whole album, so I can get the landscape of where they was coming from, or get or see where they was coming from. Then I can pick out songs. Oh, this song was dope, or dope, or this or that. You know, and you know I can get into that later. But I really want to enjoy what I'm listening to. First of all, I'm not going to take whether you're the dopest lyricist or not. I want to know how the song is crafted.
No doubt.
No doubt.
It's funny you said something about workout playlists. I remember, man. Like one of my favorite Insane Poetry workout songs, man, was Boys in a Box. Boy, I'll be cracking on that one. I'll put your boys in a box.
Oh man, it's so crazy how that song that started off as a fucking mixtape. I did it over some old shit Dr. Dre did on an Eminem track. I think it was the one album where he's throwing up or projectile vomiting, or it's the one where nobody liked the album pretty much. It was that album, but there was a beat on it that I had my boy loop that shit, and I wrote that verse to it. And then, but we knew we couldn't use the beat. Obviously, JP did the beat that what now is that, and there it is from there.
Hell yeah. So we're going to jump into our last commercial of the episode, and we're going to come back with some more Insane Poetry questions. If y'all got any comments or anything, leave them in the comments, and we'll get to that before we head out tonight. And our next commercial is brought to you by Slaughterfest 2022.
Tell them I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Check it out. We got to get you added to this, too.
Yeah, bro. I'm slipping, bro. Shit.
Midwest Slaughterfest 2022. You got a whole year to grab these tickets, and guess what? You're going to click right here. You're going to scan this. It's going to take you to the ticket purchase link. You've got until October 1st to get your discounted tickets. They will be a cheaper rate. October 1st, they go back up to full price. And if you want VIP, you better grab them because there's probably less than 20 VIPs left.
Got my VIP.
So with the VIP, you're going to get the T-shirt, the lanyard, the professional photo opportunity with Scoops and Mischief. You're going to get in an hour early to meet all the acts, all the artists, all the actors. You'll get first crack at merch and all that good shit because you know how venues and concerts are. Once the doors open, they run straight to that merch booth. So you might not get what you want if you don't get there until a little later. So get them VIPs while they're on sale. I believe they're very, very super affordable. It's just a one-day event. Mm-hmm. You've seen everybody on the screen. We haven't even unleashed a lot of the beast yet. There's still more to come. As we said, we have to add IP to that list. It's going to be on and cracking, man. Omaha, Nebraska is going to be lit. Let's just say that.
Yep.
But we got about 7 minutes left, and I'm going to jump into another question.
Okay, sir.
I want to know if you can choose one horror icon. It don't matter who it is. It could be a slasher or whoever. And you could be that person for 1 week. Who do you think it would be interesting to live that life of that character for 1 week?
What automatically comes to mind to me is Doug Bradley.
Hellraiser.
But that's just because that's just my mind state. But yeah.
We're gonna go with Hellraiser, Doug Bradley, the OG, huh?
OG.
Hey, that's dope. I think that would be crazy, man. Like, you know, even though it's a fictitious character, obviously, but still, just what you've seen.
You could summon the Cenobites on niggas, bro. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't know, man. Mine was a toss up, man. I was either going to go with Leatherface or Michael, man. Michael Myers.
Yeah, they get the. Yeah, you're a big guy, so you like putting paws on. You that's like you get your paws started. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Ripping motherfuckers apart and shit.
Right, bro. It's yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. How about you, Julie?
I don't know.
So you didn't think that question was coming to your way, huh?
I would have to choose Michael.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I just want to be that, just the killer.
He not only that, he's just big and it just everybody looks minuscule to him.
Yep.
Him and Jason too. He's pretty.
Yeah.
He's pretty tall too.
Jason's very, very ogreish, man. Like,
yeah, very ogreish.
We're actually being. I don't know if my my music partners in my group. He goes by Wicked Ways.
Okay.
We actually are being casted in a movie next year. And it's like a backwoods Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Evil Dead type movie. And we're going to play like these two brothers, man. And like, he's got that big prison built ogre status. He puts that Michael Myers or that Voorhees mask on. It's scary.
Oh, okay.
He's got that stature, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then put me in like, you know, shave all my shit and put me in like either a Leatherface type mask or just throw a bunch of blood all over me and give me like a axe or something. and let me stalk motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of have that little limp where I'm kind of like walking around. You know what I mean?
Right. What is that shit? Oh man, they have this shit on Netflix. I forgot the name. I can't even think of the name of the fucking movie now. It was kind of goofy, but there was a character that you saying that would reminded me of that. Man, when we go off air, I'll figure it out. I'll hit you. I'll text you.
Bubs, what questions you got?
Okay, I got two more, but here's one of them. If there's any song that you created that you can make a music video with no budget, which song would it be and why?
Memories of a Lost Soul. It would be that one. That one and Can You Feel My Pain? More Memories of a Lost Soul, because Can You Feel My Pain? Is more personal for me, so I wouldn't want it to be about me. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't stress the video on that. But Memories of a Lost Soul could touch a lot of different people with a video and all that shit like that. If I had the right, production and rollout and all that stuff like that. What I'm saying is, if I had the right money and scenarios, it could be a powerful video.
Bro, you're not playing, bro. I could see it. Like I've got that.
You could see it. That was one of the few. I mean, I have a few of those songs on the record. Even Cold Blood, you can see that too. Actually, that even the verse in Cold Blood, I wrote that after Triple X was killed. I wrote that the next day when he was killed. I just didn't put it to a beat until I heard something that it fit to.
That's crazy how like shit like that can really inspire people, man. Like I think tragedies really inspire good music.
It does inspire good music. I mean, it was just the tragedy part of it is he was already there and he rolled like he wasn't. He in his mind he didn't operate like, now I've leveled up. I can't keep putting myself in the like how Pop Smoke got popped.
Exactly.
He was in Florida too, bro. It's crazy out there. It's Jack Boy City out there. Everybody a Jack Boy.
Man, Florida. There's a couple areas in the country that really get down. And if I could name four off top, that anytime I'm in that area, I'm on a swivel, would be Cali, would be Florida, down that area.
Chicago.
Atlanta and Chicago.
Atlanta getting lit right now. I wouldn't want to be a rapper in Atlanta. No way.
No, Atlanta be getting cracked. And then let's just round it off at 5. Throw New York City in there because New York be getting hot too.
Yeah. You can't leave them out. You sure can't leave them out.
But yeah, Chicago though for a while was probably like Chicago might have been more lit than LA there for a minute.
Right. No. 4 minutes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They didn't get that name for nothing.
Whoa. All the rappers that came out of there. Some of them, unfortunately, did make it out. The ones that did make it out, I'll tell you what, man, they're lucky, man, because some of them that don't give a literal shit.
No, man, bro, it's crazy, bro. I'm like, my guy, Shaw Monster, who worked on the Unsubs album with us, his people fuck with FBG Duck. They like fuck with him super hard, and he got taken out. Then King Von gets taken out, and it is just in the key to the cycle out there. Just the artists that are getting taken out, that are getting on. I'm like, you guys are getting on. It's like, you know how hard it is for people in the rap community to accept those kind of areas getting in, without sounding like a certain art. Like Kanye was the last Chicago rapper that made it until Chief Keef made it with the drill shit. And that's a totally different style of music.
No doubt. Well, we've run out of time on this episode. We'd like to give a big thanks for the legend himself, Insane Poetry, for rolling through and fucking with us. We're going to have to get you back. We're going to have to get you back.
I'm sorry, I missed you last week. That was my bad, yo. That was really my bad. But shout out to everybody that was up. Shout out to you, Julia. Big shout. Hey, y'all go check out Scum's Red Grounds tour coming up here. You know, at the end of the month, album comes out at the end of the month. I think July 30th. I think he kicks off the album in Denver. I think I'm almost 100% sure it's at the Roxy. So, yes, you know, the L's back rolling again. The bus is the wagon is gone.
Make sure y'all go to Gorefest this year and check out my man live. Check out all the LSP acts, all the other dope acts that'll be there. And we're going to have you back on soon, brother. We got to chop it up some more.
Oh, yeah. Part 2. We got to do a part 2 to it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, you guys have a good one. Enjoy your weekend, too.
You too, Bubba.
All right, bro.
Everybody tuning in, we appreciate y'all. And we will see you next week on episode 6 of School of Nightmares. Until then, I am your professor. This is my minion, Bubbles. And we are out of here.
Fuck you. When I'm screaming, fuck you. Middle finger in the air, and all I wanted to hear was you screaming. Fuck you too. I'm running this stratosphere in a brand new atmosphere. I wanna go and shoot to the campus clear, cause I never thought I would've made it out of here alive. From the land where the people with the evil and night ride. You'll never see an equal to my kind, so blind to anything to line the life to mind is right now. Looking for another mind to fight out, bringing everything that you can bring down to the ground like 150 pounds of C4, looking for keyboard luck. Well, I'ma need more slugs, cause I wanna see more blood. You ain't never seen gold like us. They don't wanna make them any more like us. Put them on tour with the paint on, hoping that anybody can know your little lane song. Fuck right, I'ma stay wrong. Black out with a ray gun, looking for anybody to make up. Motherfuckers really need to wake up. There's nothing really you can say. It's ever gonna change my mind. I'm on some fuck that shit today. Just fuck it, I don't care. Middle fingers in the air. Only count is up in here. Only count is up in here. Say fuck it, I don't care. Middle fingers in the air. Only count is up in here. Only count is up in here.
Fuck that! I said fuck this shit. I was born a son of a bitch and always talk a whole gang of shit. Even know that I wouldn't work fit. Now till I became a bastard. Whole world revel in the wake of my damn disaster. Had to talk to a pastor. Told me sit down, handle my shit and try to figure out what the fuck's really the matter. Ain't none of my city, only nigga wicked is the last. I'm victim from your own personal promises. I never know peace is an